Natural and artificial fertilizers, AQA Biology. What are the uses of natural and artificial fertilizers? Well, to answer that question, we need to think about the need for fertilizers. So, why do we need them? Well, plants need ions in order to grow. And as intensive farming occurs, crops are harvested. And if they're harvested, then the plants that were previously there, they actually don't die where they grew. So if they don't die where they grew, that means that decomposers can't break them down and it doesn't create a new layer of soil in which has got the ions and minerals that the next generation of plants will need. Therefore, you're actually taking nutrients out of the soil as you keep on harvesting out crops. So as the mineral ions decrease, so does plant growth. So the use of artificial and natural fertilizers will create long-term productivity. So there are two types of fertilizers. You have natural fertilizers, which consist of dead and decomposing plants and animals, and then artificial fertilizers, which are mixed from rocks and they're converted into different forms to give an improved balance for plant growth. So how do fertilizers increase productivity? Well, they require minerals for growth, and using these minerals for growth, it increases the rate of photosynthesis, and amplifies productivity. And processes like this, processes which use a mixture of natural and artificial fertilizers, have been very effective and been used since the 1985. There are some environmental issues concerning the use of nitrogen-containing fertilizers, which I'm sure most of you are aware of, because I'm guessing the fact that you're watching this video, you've at least had a lesson on this in class before. So what are the effects of nitrogen-containing bacteria and fertilizers? And this is they reduce species diversity as they favor specific species sometimes. There's leaching and eutrophication. Leaching. Well, leaching is a term that I don't think many of you will be familiar with. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard of eutrophication, and if you haven't, if you're not sure about eutrophication, then don't worry, I'll explain it later. And leaching is basically where process by which nutrients are removed from the soil, and then rainwater dissolves into the soil. No, sorry. Leaching is the process by which nutrients are removed from the soil, and this occurs as rainwater dissolves into the soil, and it causes soluble nutrients to dissolve into this rainwater, and it travels this water to waterways, and this is linked with eutrophication. But leaching is just the process of it getting into the waterways, basically. So the process of it, the nutrients dissolving into the water, and the process of it getting to the waterway is leaching. Eutrophication is when nitrate or phosphorus concentrations increase and increase in the water, basically, and algal grows on the surface of the water, which is also known as algal bloom. Algal absorb light and prevents light from reaching the bottom surface of the water. So without light, water-based plants which aren't above water level start to die, and saprobiotics help to decompose these plants. And as they respire, they use up oxygen that's in the water. So eventually, all of the oxygen in the water has been used up because the plants in the lower level aren't able to respire, replacing this oxygen in the water. And now this creates an anaerobic conditions in the waterway, and the water eventually becomes putrid, whereby nothing can live there because there's no oxygen, there's not suitable conditions, so everything's basically dead in there. So that's all there is for artificial and natural fertilizers and the uses of them and why we use them. The next video will be about survival and response to stimuli. So if you like this video, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.